Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rootkit and I'm a cybersecurity analyst. This is my first video, and in this channel we are going to be talking more about ethical hacking and cybersecurity in general. As a disclaimer, everything I'm going to be doing in this video or in this channel is for educational purposes, and if you want to practice, you should practice on your home lab, and if you should do so in a production environment, you should do so with permission. Today, we're going to talk about an open source security platform called Wazuh. We're going to install Wazuh today, and we're going to use it and detect a hidden process by a rootkit. This is perfect for beginners in cybersecurity who want to practice and know more about threat detection. Firstly, we're going to talk about what a SIEM tool is. A SIEM tool, SIEM, also known as Security Information and Event Management Tool, is a centralized dashboard used to detect anomalies or threats in endpoints. For example, in an office network, employee computers should be monitored for threats, cyber attacks like phishing, malwares, all the sorts. Today, we're going to use Wazuh to detect a rootkit anomaly. And firstly, we're going to talk about what a rootkit is. A rootkit is a type of malware that hides itself in a system or in a server, any type of server. It gives an attacker privilege to root access, which is also the highest level of privilege you can have in a system. And also, a root helps an attacker to hide the processes in a system. For example, a ransomware attack, data exfiltration occurs normally in a ransomware attack, and you wouldn't know that would be happening if the processes that shows you as the system admin that data is leaving your system to elsewhere. You don't know if the process is hidden. A rootkit gives an attacker the privileges or the power to hide such process, and you wouldn't know. A rootkit also gives an attacker a persistent backdoor, which makes it possible for an attacker to get in to your system whenever he wants. Today we are going to be using Wazuh to detect a rootkit anomaly. So the process is quite simple. First of all, we are going to install Wazuh to our server. We're going to use a virtual machine, and we're going to be using Ubuntu for this. And also for the endpoint, we're going to be using Kali Linux as the endpoint. They are both Linux machines. A SIEM tool has an architecture. It has a server and it has an endpoint. A server is a centralized dashboard. It's only one. The endpoints could be a lot, and there are different SIEM tools, but we're using Wazuh. There is Splunk, there is Microsoft Sentinel, but for this video, we're going to be using Wazuh. So this is my terminal of Wazuh. Firstly, we're going to update our server. We're going to be using Ubuntu. This is Ubuntu server for our server, which is going to contain the Wazuh dashboard and the Wazuh server. The Wazuh agent is going to be on the endpoint, which we are going to use Kali for it. So I'm gonna first off update my Ubuntu. Sudo apps updates. I'll put in my password. This doesn't take much time and it will update. For the purpose of this video, I have already downloaded Wazuh and all the architecture within my system, but I will show you how to download it. It takes quite some time, so I downloaded it before the video so that we wouldn't have any type of delay. We have to install the curl to sudo apt install curl, but I guess I might already have it. Okay, I already have it. So I'm gonna clear. To download Wazuh, you have to use this command. As you can remember, I just downloaded curl, so it will help me get this whole package. This is the Wazuh package. You can also see this from the Wazuh documentation, and it's all there. But this is you can also add the /i if you have hardware issues. If you think you don't have a good system, you can use the .i/i to ignore some hardware issues. But I would recommend getting a better laptop if you would want to run virtual machines in your laptop. Since I already have Wazuh installed in my system, I wouldn't run this. This is how your interface will be. This is what you will see when you finish the Wazuh download. It will show you your username and your password. So do well to copy this password out, because that is where you are going to be. That is what you're going to log into your Wazuh dashboard with. So to log into your Wazuh dashboard, you're going to use your IP. So firstly, I'm going to check the IP of this my Ubuntu server, since that's what I'm going in as. I'll check it with IPA, and this is mine. It's a private network, 10.0.2.8. So I'm going to go to my Firefox. And I'm going to put my IP 10.0.2.8. You can put HTTP behind it. Well, it's going to be HTTP because it's still in a private network. Yeah. And you click enter. Don't worry about saying this is not secure. It's actually it is very okay, because you are in your home lab and nothing is going to happen. So you're going to give it a minute to load. Yeah, so it's on. You can see this would be my own password here, and this is admin. This is where you put your username and your password. So you log in. Try to save this password, but for the purpose of this, I already downloaded this and I already saved my password. So this is my dashboard. I already have two disconnected where the other endpoints I put in, and I am going to add a new endpoint right now. So how do we do it? As you can see here, there's a whole lot of things you can do with a Wazuh. You can do configuration assessment, malware detection, file integrity monitoring, which is when you see a file and want to know how secure it is, threat intelligence, threat hunting, which is what we'll be doing, a whole lot of things. So to add a new agent, we will go to agent management, click on summary, and we're gonna go down and click on deploy new agents. So the new agent we're going to deploy is going to be my Kali. My Kali is still powered up, so I'm going to power it on so that it will be on the same network. But before we deploy these agents, you would love to know that it's important to use these tools, use these commands, and anytime you log into your virtual machine, to make sure that your Wazuh agents, your Wazuh manager, your Wazuh indexer, and your Wazuh dashboard restarts properly. So my Kali is here. I'm going to put in my user. I'm going to put in my password. So my Kali is on. So to deploy new agents, we're going to use select Linux. Already on Linux. Select the package to download and install on your system. You can choose Linux or choose Windows, you can choose Mac OS, but my Kali is Linux and it's dev md64. But before that, make sure you're on the same network with, you're on the same network in the Kali. You can do that by checking your settings and go to the network tab. But anyways, it's deb. I chose this. The server address is my own address of this Ubuntu server. So it's already here. I chose this to remember the server address because I already did it earlier and it's still here. So the agent name, I'm going to choose I'm going to name it my Kali agent, my Kali endpoint. You can leave this, and we're going to run this on our Kali. Copy this command and run it on our Kali. Go to the command terminal of Kali and run it. First of all, I have to check whether I have this wget tool. So I'm gonna remove this. Sudo, same way we did with curl, sudo apt install wget. I'll put in my password. Oh, I already have it, but as much. So I'm going to paste that and I'm going to run it on my Kali, which is my endpoint. So this connects the manager to this. As you can see, this is the manager here, this is the manager here, and this is the agent's name, and it's going to be Wazuh agent. It's setting up, it's unpacking, and yeah, it's done. We're done. And after that, we're going to run this final command back to our Ubuntu, back to our server. I'm going to run this command to enable the Wazuh agent and to start the Wazuh agent. So I'm going to paste it here. I should put in my password. Okay, I didn't put in password. It's done. So yeah, if we go back to the endpoints, back to our agent list, I'm going to say it. So one is active. And this is it. This is active. This is disconnected, and I have to remove this because I don't use it any longer. This is disconnected. As you see, it's Ubuntu, ephemeral, another endpoint I used earlier, but this is our Kali GNU. As you can see, our Kali, it's our Kali here, and yeah, if we click it, we'll get into our Kali. So for us to confirm, this is our Kali. And this is IP address. If we go to our Kali, we can confirm and check our IP, IPA. See, this is our IP, and this is it also here. Host name, some more, everything is there. So we successfully downloaded Wazuh, installed Wazuh, and Wazuh Manager and Wazuh Agent into our server and our endpoints using Kali as the endpoint and an Ubuntu server as our Wazuh Manager. So the next step is we are going to simulate a threat, and the threat we are going to simulate is installing a malware, which is a rootkit. A rootkit is a type of malware that hides and can't be detected by a normal user, and a rootkit hides files, hides processes, so that when something bad is happening, when an attack is happening in your server, for example, or in your system, you wouldn't detect it when you check. So we're going to install the rootkit in our endpoint so that we will detect it in our Wazuh. Wazuh uses rootcheck scans, and the rootcheck scans the kernel of which is the root, the core part of the system. Scans it periodically. We are going to configure it first before we put the malware in there. We're going to configure our Kali so that the endpoint, which is our Kali, so that Wazuh runs root check scans every 1 minute. You can put it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. We'll put it for 30 seconds so that we see it fast, and for this demonstration purpose. And after we configure the root check, we are going to install the malware, which is the rootkit. The kit we are going to use is called Diamorphine, but that's going to be after we configure our Wazuh agents to run root check scans every 30 seconds. The hidden process we're talking about is the hidden process caused by a rootkit. The rootkit we are going to use is a rootkit called Diamorphine. We can get it on GitHub, but at the same time, a rootkit is a malware that is able to hide processes. For example, when an attacker comes into your system, a cyber attack, for example, a ransomware requires data exfiltration, whereby an attacker removes data from your system and moves it to his own server or his own command center so that the data could be encrypted and also your system could be locked. So those processes could trigger alerts to someone, a user. You could see it, and you could notice it in your network logs, or you can notice that your data or your network is hanging or isn't going as smooth as possible. So an attacker would hide those processes, and the processes would be happening, but your system wouldn't be able to detect it because a rootkit has hidden those processes. So the rootkit we're going to use right now is Diamorphine. Diamorphine is a rootkit. We can see Diamorphine on GitHub. Oh, sorry. The proxy is on. This is Diamorphine on GitHub. As you can see, you can read about it and read me. It's a toolkit, and when loaded, the module starts invincible. You can hide and unhide any process by sending a signal 31 and sending a signal 63 to any PID. PID means process ID, makes the module become invincible or visible. So sending a signal PID, signal 64 makes the user become root. But first of all, we are going to download the rootkit to our Kali because we are simulating an attack. The attack is on our Kali, which is the endpoint that our Wazuh server gets information from, and the information from the endpoint goes to the Wazuh dashboard. And at the same time, we are going to see the information coming from our Kali Linux, which is our endpoint, to our Wazuh server. But before that, we are going to configure our endpoint, our Wazuh endpoint, which is Kali Linux, to be able to run root check scans every 30 seconds. Root check scans is the type of scan that enables Wazuh to detect any type of kernel activity, because Diamorphine, which is the rootkit, is going to be working or acting on the kernel layer at the root. So, but first of all, we have to configure our Wazuh agent to be able to run root check scans every 30 seconds. So we are going to do that with the nano file. So in this stage, we are going to configure our endpoint to be able to run root check scans every 30 seconds. This is so that the rootkit, which is Diamorphine, when it loads in the endpoint, which is our Kali, our Wazuh will be able to detect it because it will be running root check scans every 30 seconds. So before we load in the rootkit, we are going to install or configure our Wazuh endpoint to be able to run rootcheck scans every 30 seconds, so that if any threat actor comes in, we are going to see it. Wazuh is going to detect it immediately. You can put it to be 2 minutes or 10 minutes, but 30 seconds for the course of this demo, so that we can detect it fast. So we can do it using the nano file editor. But first of all, we have to update. We have to root. So then we have to download some tools, the GCC and the GIT. The GCC is the compiler that will compile the source code that we are going to download from Diamorphine into source code which is in C++, and it's going to make it in a readable form for the system to understand, which is going to be in the binary code. We're going to say apt I think I've already installed them, so this is it. Really. So then we're going to edit the OSEC config files so that we can run rootcheck. So we're going to use the nano file editor. Nano file editor, you can use it to edit files on Linux. So we are root, it's going to work perfectly. So this file is very sensitive. If you make a mistake while editing it, you're going to get an error and everything is going to get messed up. So, but what we are looking for is the root check. So we're going to use Ctrl W and type in root check. Since I've already put it in before, this is it. But for you, trying to put it in, the best way to get the right one is to use Wazuh's documentation. So I'm going to show you how to get it. I'm going to show you the exact place it is in my. This is it. I've already set it up to be 30 seconds here, and it starts from here. Unfortunately, at this part, the mouse won't work, so I'm going to use the keyboard. It's going to start from here down to this place. So for you to see it, for you to see this root check code, you can search on Wazuh config root check on Google, and you're gonna see this documentation. Goes when you scroll down, way down. This is not it. Well, if you go back to terminal, this is it. From here, from this part, way down to this part. So it's on 30 seconds. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save the file first with Ctrl O, press enter, and then Ctrl X. Ctrl X. So I've saved it. The next thing for us to do is to download as we're doing this, Wazuh would be seeing everything that we're doing. we're going to check it just to see what Wazuh is showing us on our own. Events. Sorry, as you can see here, we're seeing some alerts already. Host-based anomaly, and if we check it, our next step here is to restart our Wazuh agent so that we make sure that everything is proper and is done perfectly before we start our attack simulation. So system sudo system is already on root. It's already on root here. So system ctl start Wazuh agent. Press enter. It's going to restart soon. So it's already restarted. So our next step is to get the Diamorphine source code from GitHub. So this is GitHub. I already searched, just search Diamorphine on GitHub, you're gonna get it. And this is the code here. Copy it. Go to your terminal. And since it already has root, you can just root. Since we already downloaded the Git tool and the GCC tool, we don't need to do it again. So we can run it as root, git clone, git command, git clone, paste the Diamorphine source code and press enter. Oh, I already have it. I already have Diamorphine toolkit. So we are going to go to direct. Well, first of all, we are going to install the make command. If you can remember, when we install the GCC will take this Diamorphine source code and compile it, but the make tool is what's going to trigger it to work. So we're going to install the make sudo apt install make. I think I already have it. Yes, I already have make. So so we're gonna get into the Diamorphine directory. the next step is to load the Diamorphine into the kernel. You can see how you can load it in here. This is what's called the repository. It's all within the GitHub. Load the module. So this is how to load the module. But first of all, we're going to see the modules that we have first. So I'm going to leave this directory. I'm going to use module listing. So you check here. We don't have Diamorphine here, or we can just use this more than look for it. You can look for it. Nothing came out because it's not there. So we are going to get back to the Diamorphine. Then we're going to load it. Now, paste. Okay, it's here. Oh, we're not in a sudo. So we just loaded Diamorphine there. So we're going to exit sudo and we're going to check there's no Diamorphine here, but Diamorphine is like that. That's how it was created. It's originally hidden, but we can make it visible by running the kill command. You can see it's here. You can see it here. Hide or unhide the process by sending. This is for the processes, but when So if we want to view the Diamorphine, we can use the kill 63. This is the normal command for Diamorphine to hide or unhide it. It's like a toggle for you to switch it on and off. So nothing will show, but when we go to module listing, we're going to see Diamorphine here. If you notice, the last time we checked it here, it's not here, it was hidden. But now, it is here. So we just turned it, but we're going to turn it off again. But when we want to remove Diamorphine, we have to turn it on before we remove it. We're going to remove it here also. So, but right now, first off, we're going to see what our Wazuh is going to show us with what we've already done. And then we're going to hide the process and see how what Wazuh detects. So I'm going to go to events. Inside kernel here. Inspect this, you'll see Wazuh's alerts and the full log. Wazuh detects Diamorphine. Detects Diamorphine here. So this is how to use Wazuh to detect a hidden process, and I'm going to go back to Alkali and try and hide the process. We can see the processes. We can see the processes. We are just going to look at the first 10 with this command. This is the first 10. Although to toggle it on and off is Q63. To hide the process, we use the Q31 command. So let's hide this process. So we're gonna use the process ID, PID 1. It's Q31. No, let's do 2. Then we're gonna use this. We're gonna try and view it again. There is no 2 here. Diamorphine has hidden it. Then we are going to try and hide another process that is responsible for logging the system, responsible for system logs in Diamorphine, in Kali Linux. First, we're going to check system D. Journal D is what logs the system activity in Kali. So we're going to check the PID. So as root, it's 366. As the user, this is the PID. So we're going to hide the PID of the root. So we're going to use the kill 366. Then I'm going to try again to view it. But we can't view it as a root. So Diamorphine has hidden the process. System D and journal D is the process that logs the system activities in Kali Linux, but that we use Diamorphine to hide this. This is bad because if an attacker wants to hide his footprints, the attacker will use a rootkit like Diamorphine to hide this type of processes. So this is how. Let's see how Wazuh detects it. I'm going to refresh. So you're seeing right now possible Kernel-Level. Process hidden. Possible Kernel-Level rootkit. So we successfully used Diamorphine to hide a process, and also Diamorphine, which is a rootkit, to hide a process. And we also used Wazuh, which is a SIEM tool, to detect the attack simulation that just happened. This is important in a production environment because if an attacker has to go to a server or break into a server or any system for that matter and be able to hide some processes, it's important and imperative that you as a system admin detects these types of attacks and also detect the threats and also fix it on time. So this is going to be the end of our video, and I'm glad that you watched till this time. Remember that hacking someone is illegal, and if you should do so, do that in your home lab. And if you should do any type of hacking, get written permission. And if you like this video and if it's insightful for you, please do well to like and subscribe. It will really help my algorithm and to also help me to